So here we go. Kane Fitzgerald, Sean Corbin, and Brian Forte are our three officials. The alternate today is Nick Booker. And it's good to have you with us on NBA TV. LeVert is showing that he can, well, he's a downhill scoring guard, but he's also a passing guard, and that's who it begins, Garrett Temple. On the opposite side, Fred VanVleet was almost perfect. 8 of 10 from beyond the arc, a career best in the first one in a playoff game. That's Kyle Lowry. Matches it.
Yeah.
So triples to begin with.
Yeah, and another guy who didn't shoot it particularly well from 3 in that first game, 3 of 10. So different start for those two. Let's see if the outcome is any different.
Great pass.
For you when they can force you to play in the half court.
Tyler Johnson tried to stay in front of Kyle Lowry. Norman Powell expands his game to three-point range.
At it, you're going to improve.
Ibaka coming off a 22-point effort. And an efficient one at that in the opener of the series. Coming up well short there. LeVert on the run before they can set defensively. Got what he wanted.
Yeah, and that's an example where the transition.
Seconds. Separation, shot clock, and game clock. Brooklyn out shooting them 50% to 42%. What about that take with Kurucs? And Jared Allen's been out there for most of the game. No turnovers in the opening game as it's taken away. Norman Powell on the run and with the left hand.
In the air forever to get to the left side and get that finish with the left hand.
He's a different player the last couple of years as opposed to his first 2 years. Mid-range game out of Florida where he played 4 years of college ball. Now the mismatch. It'll be Powell again all the way to the cup. And Norman Powell now 11 points off the bench. Great entry. Kurucs and Chiosa with the no look.
It was not his fault. It was just a breakdown on the offensive execution.
That's out of a timeout. Jared Allen, perfect entry. Karis LeVert back on the floor, and you can tell.
Your job defensively than you did in game one, and offensively, you put yourself in a much better situation in terms of having a chance to win this game. Have great players that can create offense. Others really got to rely on their system to create offense, and that's what you see oftentimes as Siakam able to knock down. He makes it look so easy. Not going to get a better look than Toronto's offense created on that possession.
Can Joe Harris get going? The Raptors by surprise. Now Karis LeVert. Another wide open three. Garrett Temple gets it this time. Into the fourth quarter is going to be the key, and the confidence will grow. Tough shot. Falling down with one hand.
It's an example where Temple's got to recognize that the dribbler is being contained. No reason for you to come over.
10 shots, so not quite what we saw in the first game. On the take, Karis LeVert creatively.
Still run their offense.
They walked away and he burns them. VanVleet starting to warm up. After coming off a career best 15 in the last game, and the game before that he had 13 in the seeding games. VanVleet again gets to the cup.
Yeah, intensity and physicality picking up.
VanVleet warming up.
Both play a lot bigger than their size, and then they can also do it all in terms of playmaking.
Look. Now Lowry trying to get past Joe Harris, and he will.
Hardest working player I have ever been around.
Garrett Temple's got it going.
Yeah.
What a stroke. So now 18 for Garrett Temple, 12 here in the fourth. Inside out, hot hand, Garrett Temple. It continues. He's up to 21.
Hand is, he should have made that extra pass to get it to Temple.
What a take.
Wow.
VanVleet. Now Siakam. Thomas, first look, works. They share the basketball. Tyler Johnson's teardrop works. Loose stuff. It almost got away. Norman Powell with VanVleet. And a gamble out front. Sets it up. It'll be an easy one for Ibaka. We can get into all the players they're missing. Like Kyrie Irving. Mid-range game of Norman Powell. Former Bruin.
It's as good a defense as you're going to find in the NBA. And so it's just he's not getting enough possessions where he can just kind of exhale.
He's up to 16 points on 7 of 13. Got great position on that inbounds. They let it come in towards the rim. Tyler Johnson fills it up, and boy, do they need it.
They just, every time it looks like Toronto is there, they find a way, and that was just way too easy.
Raptors look for their first lead of the second half, and they've got it. The guy that took the shot to the jaw, OG Anunoby.
Every time Toronto has made that push, the Nets have been able to answer. Let's see if that can continue.
Karis LeVert took his time.
Yeah.
Goes by LeVert, who I've got a feeling is going over to the sideline on the next whistle. On the switch, Ibaka.
And they're spread out defensively, and also I think there's some fatigue involved in this, and Lowry
What about that footwork?
to provide an offensive spark for the team searching right now.
They got a setup man coming back. Joe Harris required. It had been 19-5 to start the fourth quarter. 19 for Lowry, 24 for Van Fleet. So the guys you would expect their backcourt. Johnson on the floater. And that's their best so far. They have picked it up in the fourth. Garrett Temple on the flyby. And leaving it off. High percentage, Jared Allen. Extra pass pays off. Allen went after it. Powell's got it. Norman Powell, one-man wrecking crew, gets to the cup again. Norman Powell up to 20 points.
That was a huge possession for both teams, really. Now this could be huge. Just didn't have enough to get there.
Joe Harris gets the triple in the corner to keep it close. 5-point game, 2 minutes to play.
Temple ended up with one that was contested.
They give up the fewest points in the NBA, 106 a game. Loose stuff picked up by Harris. Now LeVert. Luau Cabarro gets the triple. 3-point game, 102-99, and plenty of time. Working the clock, inside of 10 on the shot clock. Gets the switch to Joe Harris. Anunoby, shot clock violation. Yep. Got to get it in and avoid a 5 count. It's Joe Harris. Kyle Lowry all over him. Now Temple can't save it. Turnover costs them Norman Powell, and that should do it.
And see, that to me, right in the middle of it again defensively, to force the turnover and seal the